UFC 276, it's going to be big. We've got the pick. We've got the one that you're going to make some money on. Max Holloway, he's got to get it done, right? Got to get it done.
Third time around?
Well, he didn't really lose the other ones either, let's be honest. Okay, come on. All the haters out there that are watching these fights, they were pretty darn close, but I'm pretty surprised that he lost either one of those to begin with.
Well, the first one, I think Volkanovski won that one.
Do you think that he actually wins that one if you take the leg kicks out? Is the leg kicks the only real reason because it just ran up, the strikes on the scorecards? Is that why you're giving him that win?
No, not just the leg kicks. Now, the leg kicks, they made a difference in that fight, and they made a difference in the second fight. But what made a difference there was he looked like the champ. Volkanovski looked like the champ in that fight.
In the second fight?
In the first fight.
First fight.
In the first fight, he came in with all the confidence. Everyone thought, this is Max Holloway. This is his toughest challenge yet. And he came in like he already was the champ. I mean, he's talking to him. You remember all the smack talk that was going on in between during the rounds?
Right. Don't get me wrong. I think the guy's looking great. I mean, he rolled through Ortega after he already had the belt and everything. A lot of these guys, Max Holloway's already fought, so he's kind of shown you that he can beat all these same guys. They're very evenly matched, but if we look at all three fights, say when this one's over, I can't say that it's going to be a barn burner. I don't think either one of them is going to run away with it. They're very evenly matched.
They are. But in terms of the first fight, Volkanovski won. I mean, he outstruck him. There was not a moment where Max Holloway caught him. Volkanovski backed him down a lot. But it was a very close fight, like you were saying. So I can see them giving it. I can't see the second fight. I went back and watched it. I cannot see how they gave that to Volkanovski.
Sometimes you kind of wonder, is someone in control a little bit of the narrative of what's to come? It always feels that way. If you're a true fight fan, there's not a night that you go through the cards thinking that someone didn't pull a string or two. I mean, it just seems that way often.
And it also seems, now that we're on that topic, it's Holloway really only fights twice a year. He's had stretches where he's only fought.
He's got to heal up, man. He absorbs a ton of damage.
So as if I'm Dana White, I want a guy that's going to get in there 3-4 times a year.
Right.
Not twice a year and then take a year off.
Right.
Because that's just then you're just leaving that weight open.
But Holloway in the last two, when he fought, you got Qatar and then you have Rodriguez. Dog fights. Mm-hmm. That's what everybody loves to watch. That's the thing where you would kind of wonder why you'd even be pulling strings towards Volkanovski. Because really, when you think about it, it's like Holloway puts on a performance. There's yet to be a show where you wonder what's going on. It's not a rose fight out here. It's not where you're like, hey, are you going to fight tonight or not? You know what I mean?
Oh, and if you're a UFC fan and you're watching, you want a card with strikers and killers.
Yeah.
This is the one.
UFC 276 is going to deliver. I don't see how you could even get through this card. Every now and again, you get those ESPN nights. It's a fight night. Right. You get really lucky. You get 6 KOs. Everybody's fighting hard. Some people up high and they're 15 or they're 13 and they put on a hell of a show. They've really come along. They've learned some new skills. They're dominating those guys. But every now and again, you get a real boring night of just a little grappling, rolling around. This past one that we saw last weekend, it wasn't exactly the most exciting fight card you've ever had.
No, it wasn't. And but this UFC 276,
this is going to be the one.
It's a fight full of killers.
Yeah. So
and guys that are going to go out there and let me die in that ring is all their mindsets. Let me die in that ring.
Right.
So they're going to leave it all out there.
Would they have the Adesanya, the voice, the lips or whatever moving? Every meme on the internet now is showing him what's he say? I'm prepared to die or something along those lines. Do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You can't beat a fight when that's the mindset. But I think specifically right here, this fight, if you want to win a little bit of money, pick the underdog because I'm telling you, Max Holloway, he's not going to lose 3. He's looked great in his last 2 fights. Not saying his opponent has not looked good as well, but they've been so evenly matched that I'm just saying there's got to be an edge. Volkanovski's already talking about potentially changing weight classes. He's already moving past Max Holloway. He's got his mind wrapped around other ambitions.
Right.
And you've got a guy that wants his belt back because he believes he's the best. In Qatar, when he's fighting Qatar, what's he saying? I'm the best boxer in the world. I'm the best boxer in the world.
Absolutely.
Over there teaching Ortega how to block and things like that. Now, I think that was previous to that fight, but just the guy wants his belt back.
He's not doing it. He's not fighting for money right now. He's fighting for that legacy, and he wants that belt back. He thinks it got robbed from him in the first fight.
Right. And if he wins this one, do you think they go for another? Or do you think
have to go 4? You have to go 4.
They're going to be the only fighters in history to end up fighting 5, 6 times. I mean,
who doesn't want to see that fight though?
I know.
I would watch it a 4th time.
I would too. There really isn't an exciting duo as those two guys going back and forth right now. If you got Adesanya that goes against Whitaker, twice now? Not all that exciting. You know, you've got a lot of other matchups that have come around to the second fight that don't really deliver quite like the first one did. Big adjustments are made, and all of a sudden, it's not as enticing. But these two guys, they always seem to deliver. But my money, I'm going to have to make a little bet on Holloway. Everybody's hitting me with all this DraftKings talk on every freaking station you watch now. So I might have to take the plunge and get some dollar bills, you know?
I'm with you. I'm with you on picking Max Holloway to win this fight. If you want to win some money, pick Max Holloway.
Max Holloway.
And here's why. So after watching the first two, their first 2 fights, their first meeting and their second meeting, one of the things that sticks out to me is the way that Volkanovski feints. He kind of stands there and he does this. Now, when he's doing that, it's keeping Max Holloway back just a little because he's like, this guy's got power. I don't want to get in there just yet. I want to pick my strikes. Then you see the second fight. He starts to time those feints a little better. You see a couple not flying knees, but you see some knees come up as he's feinting, as he's coming in. I think Holloway's got him figured out now.
Well, he's had a couple other fights to watch him in, too. I don't know that the Korean Zombie fight, the last one, you're going to learn an awful lot. He was pretty outmatched there. But some of these other fights, he's been watching. He's been on his radar for, 3 years now? What was the first one? 2022, then they fought in, or was it 1920?
It was 20 and then 2021.
2021. Here we are, 2022. He's got all the confidence in the world. I'm all in.
Oh, go all. Bet the bank on Max Holloway. And probably what's going to happen is now that he does have him figured out, he's just going to walk him down. You're going to see a variety of punches. You're going to see a variety of kicks. And that's kind of where he found success before, was throwing those spinning back kicks.
Now, you're making it sound like he's going to be dominating. You think he's going to dominate?
I think it's going to be unanimous decision.
He's going to have to. You can't leave it alone, right? He's already got robbed twice per se, maybe just one, but I think he's going to have to go for a finish, personally. I mean, if you leave it up to the cards or you leave it up to the judges, I'm not real sure I'm awfully confident that they're not going to rob him again.
I don't know if I bet the knockout. I don't think the knockout happens.
Going to the cards.
It's going to go to the cards, unanimous decision, Max Holloway.
Okay. We'll see what we get this weekend.